I'm Dave Boyle and I'm quitting alcohol. So I got rained out at work today and I was just fucking daydreaming. I was just letting the imagination go for a little bit and I was thinking like, maybe this really is just an advanced VR headset. Maybe it is a sim. And like when you die, the game's over and you come out of this world and you go into real reality, which is nothing like this, by the way. You're just some sort of like entity of some sort. And then you do actually run into the people you were playing the game with. Like your nana's there, your mum's there. Some entity comes up to you and is like, hey, I was the one who was playing your nana down there. And you're like, oh, shit. Thanks, Nana, I suppose. I loved your pierogies down there. What's happening next? And then you got to wait for the other people to finish playing the game. So you're in this like purgatory sort of thing. And that's what ghosts are. Ghosts are actually people just hanging outside the game, trying to contact you outside the VR headset. But the VR is so strong that you can only get like a little bit of the message. Imagine that when people like, it felt like they were sitting right next to me. I know my dad's looking down on me. Like at the end of the Super Bowl, I know my dad's looking down on me. Or you win a world title. I know they're watching. And they actually are. They're just waiting for you to fucking hurry up and finish the game. And they don't have to wait that long because time is different. It works differently outside the VR headset. It feels like a long time in here, but outside, it's just like, it's a few minutes. And then you're just like, oh, fuck. Oh, thank fuck that wasn't real. Jesus, fuck. And then they're like, yeah, he's actually just over there. Want to meet him? Oh, thank God that wasn't real. I mean, not that I did anything wrong down there. I was pretty good. Like, did anyone tape it or film it? Do we burn the tapes? Do we get rid of the evidence? I hope we get rid of the evidence. Like, I hope you weren't watching everything. Were you just sitting around watching everything? How long was I gone for? Oh, imagine that. That would be way more fun than just, it's black. It's black doesn't even make sense. I got this fucking quote, actually. It's on my bookshelf. Just give me a second. Yeah, I got this fucking magazine. It would have been about 10 or 15 years ago. When was it? Yeah, no, 9 years ago. The May to July issue 2016 of New Philosopher. I actually bought this in Sydney. So, was I in Sydney 9 years ago? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, I kept this New Philosopher thing. I didn't really even read it. But I kept it for a quote. A quote that I fucking love. Let me find it. So they've asked a bunch of different philosophers their favorite quotes. Well, they've asked some other questions as well, but it's under favorite quote. Where the fuck is it? Okay, here it is. They asked a philosopher named Nicholas Carr. I have no idea who he is. I don't know any philosophers except for like Plato or some shit. Plato or some fucking idiot like that. You know, like Socrates or some other cunt. Anyway, they asked Nicholas Carr what his favorite quote was, and this is it. This is the quote, and it's also my favorite quote as well, or one of them. The quote is, to conceive of ourselves as fragmentary matter cohering for a millisecond between two eternities of darkness is very difficult. And when I read that, I was like, yeah, I feel the same way. And then I put this New Philosopher magazine down and went on a bender. But that quote was by Sebastian Faulks, and I never knew who that guy was until a couple of years ago when I looked up Sebastian Faulks, and he's the dude who wrote the Bird Song, I'm pretty sure, which was one of my mates, Morgan, his favorite book. He was like, you have to read it. There's the best sex scene in it ever. I'm like, I don't know if that's enough to get me to read a book. So I never read it, but maybe I should. Anyway, what are some of the other quotes from these cunts? All right, that one's shit. Fee Belcher, favorite quote. This story is coming right through your body. You go right down foot and head. By Bill Niji. That was fucking dog shit. All right, we've got Magnus Ziegler, his favorite quote. You are a strange philosopher, he said with a look on his face which elevated his expression to a compliment of the highest dignity. That was by Jens Bagerson in Labyrinthine, 1789. That didn't really sound like a great quote. There's another one, Nina May. What's her favorite quote? What does not kill me makes me stronger. Hack. Imagine you're a philosopher. You've just finished your undergrad. There's one magazine, The New Philosopher, and they're like, give us your favorite quote. It's your time to shine. And she says, what does not kill me makes me stronger. Hack. By Friedrich Nietzsche. All right, we'll go one more. No, that's everyone. That's everyone, and I guess that's me. Actually, we'll just go one more round. There's a good question. What is the biggest problem we face in contemporary society? Fee Belcher. Let's see what she says. Mass dislocation and disconnection from place. This is seen clearly in the use of resources for individual benefit, but we seem to be still in denial of the resulting collective ongoing loss and who this most affects. I'll translate that for you. She's saying we should feed the poor. Nicholas Carr. What is the biggest problem we face in contemporary society? In the Western world, the rise of immediacy and self-absorption. In much of the rest of the world, the tendency is to go hungry, get shot at, or both. I'll translate that as well. First world problems. All right, Nina May, what's your fucking philosophy? What is the biggest problem we face in contemporary society? This is her answer. This is the same idiot that said, what does not kill me makes me stronger. So this is her big answer. We don't know how to live together. Nina May. She probably got the same marks as I got. All right, this is the last one. Magnus M. Ziegler. What have you got for us, baby? What have you got for us? What is the biggest problem we face in contemporary society? Freeing humanity from the restraints society is putting on us. An enormous amount of human potential goes to waste because we have decided to favor profit and greed over rationality and humanism. I'll translate that for you as well. I'm a communist. Das Kapital. Anyway, fucking that'll do it for tonight, and I'll see ya the fuck later.